Okay, now we're cooking, so let's go through. Let's talk about the rate for this one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 times 6 is 78. And now let's do rhythm. And see, look, there are P waves here for every QRS, so we're going to say sinus rhythm. And now let's do the axis. F is up, 1 is up. We're in this quadrant here, so we have normal axis. Okay, now let's do our intervals. I'm going to do it from a global view here because I think we're good enough to now, right? See, here we have a QRS and a P wave that are all within one big box, right? So that's got to be less than 200, and it looks like it's more than half of the box, so I'm going to say that that looks normal. The QRS, looking at it, looks about 3 boxes, right? It's not stretching more than that, and so I think we have a normal QRS, and in our QTC, draw a line there, a line there, a line in the middle, and our T wave is on the proper side, so all of the intervals are okay. And now let's look at our ST segments and our T waves, okay? And let's go here. Oh, it looks like we have some lateral T wave, ST segment depressions here, and over here, also ST segment depressions, all right? These look fairly fine. This maybe looks a little bit high. ST segment depressions laterally. And if you actually look at this one actually here, looks like there's an ST elevation here in AVR. That's our only rightward facing lead. So let's think about this for a second. Something's going on here. We have ST depressions on the lateral lead. Now ST depressions might be the mirror image of ST elevations of what's going on this side. Now we have no real leads over here, so our only indication of what's going on over here is if we can see mirror images of what's going on over here. And so ST depressions may be, and over here maybe an ST elevation over here. So we can actually take off maybe some of these leads here, say V4, V5, V6, and put them over here on this side. And that is called a right-sided EKG, right-sided lead. So let's do that in this case. So here is that right-sided EKG. Now one thing that I want to note is I made these say R. An EKG machine, when you print it, will not print the letter R here. So you got to write those in by hand. And so what basically we did here was add a couple of new leads on here. And so I had to cram them in here so that they look like they're all crunched in. But V4, V5, VR, which you look at this side, look at the right side of the heart now. So if we zoom back out now and look at those leads, we can see that there are like these miniature, tiny little ST elevations here. They're not huge, but they're there. And if your suspicion is worrisome, then you should start thinking of a coronary artery disease, acute coronary syndrome for causing this. And so if you see an ST elevation with a reciprocal ST depression, that's probably a STEMI. So this one would be a right-sided STEMI. And so a right-sided STEMI, the trick with that thing is it turns the right heart into a useless tube. And so it's not going to pump blood into the left side of the heart. So the only way to get blood to get into the left side of the heart is just to fill that tube up as much as possible. So IV fluids, lots and lots of IV fluids. Nitroglycerin is going to be a problem because it's going to take that useless tube and make it bigger. So fluid is not going to flow passively into the left heart. So here we have a right-sided MI. Needs to go to the cath lab. IV fluids, no nitroglycerin. Okay, let's go to the next one.